there's a cut on the right eye of Carbajal as well, and they're claiming that was a butt. Let's see if we can find if it was a butt right here. A straight left hand, another left hand inside. We don't know if that's when the cut opened. We can't authenticate that. But now there's blood coming down from Carbajal's both eyes. This could be the last few rounds of his career if he doesn't break out of this.
Harold, how do you have it scored?
Okay, Jim, 4 rounds to 3, 67, 66, baby Jake Matlala. I thought Michael Carbajal fought that real game in that 7th round. Landed some real good hard shots, but this kid just keeps working. He certainly should be ahead in this fight. I got it very close, but 1 point for baby Jake Matlala, 4 rounds to 3.
I have the same score.
How difficult for Carbajal to ignore the cuts over both eyes, George.
Yeah, and baby Jake knows that he's not a puncher. He's landing 3, 4, 5 punches at a time, knowing that, hey, I'm not going to get a knockdown, but I'm going to get ahead on these points. He's thinking he's ahead. And I don't know. I like the punching power of Carbajal.
I like the way Harold Letterman called baby Jake this kid. This kid is 35.
The oldest baby on the planet.
In his 58th professional fight. But he is fighting like a kid. Still throwing 120 to 130 punches per round.
Jim, the blood shouldn't affect the scoring in this fight. The judges are supposed to score the punches, not the blood. It's very important.
Supposed to, Jim.
There's no question. Sometimes the judges do get affected by it, but they're supposed to watch those punches.
Yeah, but human nature is that when a guy is bloodied over both eyes like this, it's hard not to be affected.
And that's when it gets tough to be a boxing judge. You're supposed to score the punches, not the blood.
And that's a hard fight when you're trying to keep blood out of your eyes, and you know the blood is there. And the guy will not give you any breathing room.
Michael Carbajal has never lost a fight on a stoppage, never a knockout, never a TKO. All 3 of his losses as a professional by decisions.
I once saw the great Bobby Chacon in a fight like this where his entire face was painted in blood over the first half of the fight, and he won the fight over Bazooka Limon.
Was Bobby Chacon. This is Michael Carbajal. And right now, the reputed shortest prize fighter in the world, 4 foot 10 inch baby Jake Matlala, is just giving Carbajal pure hell.
Yeah, this is when you have a corner. Brothers, things of that nature working in your corner is kind of difficult because they'll let you go on and take chances. An ordinary trainer who's not related to you will not let you do.
Are you suggesting that they should stop the fight because of these cuts, George?
Yeah, these are some serious cuts. And unless your guy's really showing that he's going to do something big now, you think about saving his everything.
His eyesight and his career, if he's got a career left.
Well, he's trying to find the punching power to turn it around, but he's having to paw in his eyes and try to wipe the blood away even as he goes at it. Round 8 comes to a close.
How do you feel, Michael?
Okay.
Give me one more round.
Skipper Hamansky, the commission doctor, is examining Carbajal closely.
If you open it up, you stretch it out, you make it bigger.
Let's get the Vaseline on that eye.
There you see Matlala continuing to do what he has done throughout this fight. Dr. Hamansky spoke to Richard Steele before the round. I don't know what instructions he gave him, but obviously he has to watch the eyes. Carbajal has had a great career. You don't want to jeopardize his eyesight for the rest of his life.
Well, fighting like his countryman Philip Holliday, baby Jake Matlala is on pace to break the CompuBox punch stat all-time total punch record of 1,596 established by Zach Padilla in his fight with Ray Oliveira. So if this fight goes the 12-round distance, baby Jake may well break the CompuBox record for most punches attempted in a 12-round bout, any weight class.
Baby Jake has this great ability to throw punches that are not even hard. He just throws punches. And when you do that, it's hard to defend yourself.
He has the timing to throw, and still be in a defensive position when you throw.
Yeah, and they're not hard punches. That is why it's not throwing him off balance. He just lands something to keep you thinking and worried and defending yourself. If he was throwing big punches one at a time, then I'd say save Carbajal. Let him stay round after round.
How many times do you throw punches, George, just to land them without worrying about whether they're hard punches?
You got to do it, especially when you're fighting a guy who is not going to invest anything in. But let's hear what's going on.
Once again, Richard Steele is taking Carbajal to the corner, and once again he's being examined by Dr. Hermansky.
Don't stop it. That's it, Richard. Don't stop it, none.
Dr. Flip Hermansky with 3 words. That's it, Richard. Turned Baby Jake Matlala into a surprise title contender.
And I think he did the job that his brother in the corner should have done a round earlier. So thank goodness for good doctors by ringside.
That could have been the functional end of Michael Carbajal's career.
That's right. And so sometimes you have, like I said, relatives in the family, and they don't want to look at you the next day and you'll be upset with them. And you take a lot of chances. You get the doctors right there at ringside who don't have anything to gain or lose. They make the proper decisions for us.
You see the 2 cuts, and the one over the right eye was particularly bad. Michael Carbajal, one of the stars of the 1988 United States Olympic team and a tremendous box office star in these lower weight classes throughout most of his career, has now suffered 2 upset losses in Las Vegas this year. For the first time in his career, he's subjected to a stoppage. All 3 previous losses by decision. And Baby Jake Matlala, with an unbelievable barrage of punches, headed toward a 12-round record for most punches thrown, gets the technical knockout over Michael Carbajal. And there's a round-by-round look at how many punches Matlala threw, and just look at those numbers, George. 133 in the second, 132 in the fourth, 143 punches in the 5th round, 138 punches in the 7th round. He had already thrown 80 by the time the fight was stopped in the 9th round, and that's just a hailstorm of punches.
And the punches he was throwing were not punches you could counter. Tap, 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 cut you, cut you, cut you.
Let's go to ring announcer Mark Biro for the official particulars.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time, 1 minute, 24 seconds of the 9th round. The referee stops the bout on the advice of the doctor because of cuts over both eyes of the red corner. The winner and new IBA light flyweight champion of the world, Jacob Baby Jake Matlala. Matlala.
Matlala was leading on 2 of the 3 scorecards at the time when the fight was stopped. 77-75 on one card, 77-75 on a second card. On a third card, it was all even at 76 apiece. So Baby Jake, by a narrow margin, was in position to go on toward a decision victory in the fight, but it was close.
And then judges watching Carbajal are thinking, oh, he's ahead. This guy's not doing this to him.
He's a champion fighter, yeah.
And so it'll take a, they can sort of not count this thing correctly.